it and I want it, I gotta have it. No self-control, I'm gonna grab it. Make her scream my name.
Make her scream my name.
Make her say my name, say my name, scream my name.
Say my names. How the fuck did I get here? I mean really like how did I get here? You got me tied down on the 1 year, I'm over here guessing. What you mean no new friends? Just got my work wife and she got a Benz. I'm a Mercedes, her name really Cameron. She smelling like Daisy, she only love roses but she never hurts me. Love when she get mad, I do it on purpose. If we did it baby, know that I urged it. I know, let me guess, yeah I'm toxic. Let me explain this to surface. Taking my freedom, don't know if it's worth it. I am the busy bee, none of you heard of, not my bee. Hello, all you beautiful people. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and run this back, you feel me? Welcome all you beautiful people. We are here with episode 13, I believe. Don't quote me on that, you know, we'll see how it goes. And you know, the vibes. Your boy's a little tired. But you know, what are you gonna do? You know? You know what you're gonna do. You're gonna get right to it. Just like we always do. You know what I'm saying? Joining me on this audio adventure with Sustv, you know what I'm saying? Sustv, Sus Gang, S.V, you know what I mean? Sville. We back with Sville, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no sus without us, so let's go ahead and utilize this time for unity and to really, you know, just have a discussion, man. You know, we're gonna definitely start to flesh out and really start, you know, getting into the vibrations and getting into the energy and the information. As time progresses, of course, you know what I'm saying? But for right now, you feel me? Let's just go ahead and just enjoy the journey, enjoy the developments, and yeah, man. So without further ado, let's get right into it. You know, the weather for this week, or the weather lately has just been fluctuating throughout, you know, and it's looking like it's just been fluctuating around like partially cloudy, rainy, sunny. You know, we're in that springish winter weather where it's like it's either super brick or maybe it's going to be a little sunny or beautiful day, and we're really getting into that spring element to things. I already feel the allergies coming on. Everybody, you know, get your suntan lotion out, because we're going to have some days that are going to be like, you know, nice, like 80s and stuff. And if, you know, if you're darker skinned, you know, you're going to get darker. You know, if you're fair skinned, you know, you might get sunburn out there in the sun with the global warming and everything else that they tell you about. You know, that sun is hot and it's definitely going to be intense. So make sure you guys are protecting yourselves. Make sure you guys are using ointments and things like that to clear up your skin. We talked about drinking water. I got water on deck over here. I got some extra water on the side of me. I hope you guys are all, you know, happy, healthy, taking care of yourselves, eating 3 meals a day, working out at least 2 to 3 times a week, doing at least, you know, 20 to 30 minutes of activity. Even 15 minutes is fine. You know, either hit cardio or a little bit of weight training if you can. Calisthenics, you know, look into it, take care of yourselves, and yeah, man. Speaking of just taking care of yourselves, you know what I mean? We had a couple secretly taking care of themselves and, you know, taking care of one another, and got into it, man. They went and had another kid, man. Of course, I'm talking about Elon and his beautiful wife. They have now a daughter, and her first name is Exa. I'm not exactly sure how to say the rest of her name, but it is Exa Dark, Sider, so Cider, AE, AEC Musk. So, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that because they have their own way of doing things. But, shout out to Exa, beautiful baby. We're all waiting on Riri and ASAP Rocky's baby. Just keep baby safe, And in the spirit of that, I really hope that Kanye West, Pete Davidson, and Kim Kardashian all reach some sort of mutual ground. I hope that Pete Davidson, really starts to slow down and just kind of catch himself. I hope Kanye, kind of finally takes a breath and reaches peace, through prayers and everything. I hope he's able to really just, lock in with, whatever spiritual advisors he has, whatever natural advisors he has, just, human advisors, and, calms down a bit. I hope Pete stops the games. I hope Kim stops the games and they can just take care of those babies, because it's all about the kids. Hope, prayers, thoughts and prayers to all parties involved. And I probably mentioned this before, but again, more thoughts and prayers towards the members of Slaughterhouse. It's a shame that they couldn't get together and make that final album. I did go more in depth on that before, but I just thought I'd mention it again. Yeah, man, it's a shame, but it is what it is, That's just how it is in this big world, It's just about fame, power, and money. And speaking of money, actually, HSBC, the bank, has actually just entered the metaverse, holding a nice little shareholder, $3 trillion. That's now the biggest bank to get incorporated with them, and I'm sure that's not going to be the last. And they're probably moving money around in all kind of different ways that we'll never know about, but they said they want to get involved in esports, gaming, and things like that. So, we'll see how the developments go from there. For all of you guys out there, just try to learn stocks first if you're trying to invest. Remember that this is a form of gambling. You're finding all these, techniques and things like that, but just like poker, there's techniques to every game, you know what I mean? And every, venture out there, and there's a risk and there's a reward for everything. So just make sure you guys are doing your research. Maybe start with stocks, then get into crypto, then get into NFTs, and then finally get into the metaverse. Or maybe, you just bounce around and just learn the information and just see what you can do. Everything is a business. Hopefully you start a business instead of working for the company or corporate or somebody else who just happened to put their foot out there and line up, or maybe they have better opportunities and they did what they have to do, and maybe you have to work for them for right now until you're able to start yours. But start yours when and if you are able to. Moving right along, I want to get right into it, man, and I just want to shout out, you feel me, my beautiful women out there. There we go. We got some nice vibes now. You feel me? I hope I'm not going too fast for you guys. I just want to get past the media things, you know what I mean? And really get into the nitty gritty. You guys know how I feel about Women's History Month. You feel me? So let's go ahead and shout them out. Mary Anderson for inventing the windshield wipers. I'm really hoping that I don't think I shouted her out before, but she invented the windshield wipers in 1902. She was really tired of the snow, and she just decided, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna invent this thing, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get it patented, and she's reached success ever since. Born out in A.L. Greene County, assuming that's Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Right here in NY. You feel me? Second on the list, we have Florence Parpart. That is her name, P-A-R-P-A-R-T, and she is the inventor of the electric refrigerator. In 1914, that was invented, and she's actually from Hoboken, New Jersey, so she's really close to New York. Big shout out to her. She wasn't the inventor of like the first refrigerator and things like that. I believe the first mechanical refrigerator was made from a guy, Albert T. Marshall. I guess I give him his little whatever, but who cares? Because she came out with the electric refrigerator, okay? And that's the one that to this day I'm using. You feel me? from birth to now. So, shout out to you, Florence Papart. And then another shout out to Jeannie Villeprex Power. I probably butchered her name. Janae Power for inventing the aquarium out there in 1832, and really started the trend for the aquarium, the glass, thingamajiggy that we use now for our bearded dragons, lizards, fish, amphibians, all kinds of reptiles, from everything, you know what I'm saying? She's the inventor who made it all possible with the very first aquarium, and then it went and developed into whatever it developed in. I don't think she was involved in all the inhumane parts of it, but I mean to an extent, because she did invent the aquarium for her experimentation, so, it is what it is in the name of science, I suppose, but I don't think the invention itself was a good or a bad thing. I just think that it was just, just about who's using it and how. So shout out to her, man, Y.N.E Power, 1832. She came out with the aquarium. Once again, shout out to Florence Pophart, 1914, for inventor of the electric refrigerator. Thank you. Shout out to all my couch potatoes out there. You feel me? And she was in Hoboken, New Jersey. Born in. And then we have finally, but not, last but not least, Mary Anderson, helping us all out on the roads, creating and inventing the windshield wipers and patenting it and everything in 1902. Shout out to Mary, you feel me? Yeah, thoughts and prayers again. I don't mean to just bring us up and bring us down, but I always have to mention it. You know what I'm saying? We just got to keep our thoughts and prayers across the board for Russia and for Ukraine, because we want to pray for those Russians to, just look inside themselves and hopefully try to turn these things around. I know it sounds corny and whatever, but, we're all people, and we got to help one another out, you know what I'm saying? We got to see that there's got to be other ways to just keep this thing going, because, that's not the only war out there. There's several different wars, and, World War III, I guess you could say, quietly has already started, but, if we could reach some sort of peace, you know what I'm saying? It's some kind of something, man. There's just a lot going on that's just a little negative this week around, but we're still in good spirits. I want to just do a quick PSA, to all of my women out there on Women's History Month, no less. Be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. They're out there. They're hunting. They're looking for you. You women need to be careful. Have, rides. Be careful with these Ubers. Have friends come pick you up. Walk in groups, because they are snatching. There's that time of the year. It's the season. They are reeing up on people. I'm sorry to say. It's a business. It's part of the dark web. It's very public. It's politicians, all that. You guys need to be careful. You need to be careful. Yeah. Without further ado, let's get right into it, man. Let's get right into it. It looks like I did not put it down, admittedly, but it's fine. Alright. Do remember the premise of what we're here to talk about today, what I'm here to talk about today, and just kind of spitball around and hopefully get you guys thinking and going. But we do have to think about just knowledge in the world around us, It's just what's keeping you going, how are you really tackling your mental health issues, I still haven't even really gotten into that book, clean your mental mess, I believe, or your mental mess, forgetting it, from Dr. Caroline. I will have the information more than likely next pod if I don't, just add it in this video or whatever the case may be. I have mentioned it before in an earlier pod, but it's craziness out there, you know what I'm saying? It's wild, it's dangerous, and you guys just gotta be ready. I hope you're working out, taking care of yourselves, learning some sort of self-defense, and then tackling what's going on, it's a mixture of meditation, spirituality, and reality, and just really figuring out what's making all of this stuff tick, just reading books, just keep reading, keep educating yourself, keep learning how to, financially help yourself, keep learning how to internally help yourself, learn, your emotions in battle, just controlling them and utilizing them in the best way possible so that they're always benefiting you. It's always going to be an uphill, downhill kind of battle. There's going to be gains, there's going to be losses, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's just worth it at the end of the day if you're tackling it, throughout and trying to just do your very best. So let's go ahead and just stay positive and do our thing. Um, yeah, I wanted to talk more about that and just get into more work-life balance. I want to get into just the struggles of knowing yourself and knowing how to best organize your life in a way that benefits you. So often we say we only have 24 hours in a day, and that's not necessarily the case, because you go to work, and if you're working for 8 hours a day, boom, you're down to 16. You gotta sleep for at least 6 to 8, so boom, let's say you're down to 10. Transportation to and from work, that could easily take anywhere from an hour, 2 hours, or 4 hours, depending on what your situation is. You know what I mean? Now, out of the 10, so let's just say it takes 2 hours. Now you're down to 8 hours. You know what I mean? If you're trying to work out and take care of yourself, that's another 2 hours, at least, if you're, doing it in a consistent sort of way where you're at this intermediate level. But I mean, it could take about an hour, whatever, hour and a half, I'll give you that. So now we're looking at what we were down to 8, now we're down to 6 hours. And you gotta eat, you gotta shower, you gotta do what you gotta do, and by the time you're done, you got like maybe three to anywhere from 2 to 3 hours each and every day to try to improve yourself. And it's just like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, God forbid you need to study for at least 45 minutes, or maybe you're in college, or maybe you gotta do some extra work for work, or whatever the case may be, or if you have family to take care of, etc. Like, there's just no time in the day. So just making sure that you guys are, you gotta sacrifice sleep from time to time, much like myself, to find that genuine balance. But hopefully you guys have a good support group. Hopefully you guys have good, healthy habits in place to help you just string these things along. Maybe you're working around the method of just overworking yourself for the 5 to 6 days and then resting on one of your days off. Maybe you're working on a company, or maybe you have a business, and this is like a 7-day kind of thing, and you're committed, and you just have to find the time to just kind of sleep and stay creative and hungry while still adding to the business. And we're not even talking about the family aspect of hanging out with them, let alone just taking care of them. So it's all very complicated stuff. I guess my overall message in just speaking on these things is just to tell you guys, be nice to yourselves, and just understand that this is a journey and a process, and just make sure that you give yourself at least some time throughout the day to just reflect, and and just tell yourself that it's gonna be okay, like you're doing your very best, and if you aren't doing your very best right now, that's okay, because life is hard sometimes. Sometimes you're just not mentally there, and you need to take little steps to slowly get yourself there. That's the big difference. It's about working towards trying to improve every day. So if it's just taking a shower, if it's just brushing your teeth that day, you gotta take the baby steps before you're able to get in there. And now you're working out maybe 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week, and then eventually 5 to 6 times a week, while working, while getting some sort of sleep, while crashing on at least one of your days off, maybe your only day off, while still balancing the family and everything like that. It's not easy at all. It damn near seems impossible. But I just, I want you to know that, I support you. I'm here for you. Comment below, just some of the things that you guys are dealing with as far as that, and how you're pulling through, because your stories can definitely benefit someone else, maybe younger, maybe older, that is going through, similar things, or going through a trial in their life, and just hearing your story kind of gives them life and motivation. I know for sure it gives me motivation. So, comment below things that you guys are struggling with. Just in the day-to-day, just trying to get by. I got a lot of friends that I can't help, because I'm stretched thin as is myself. it just doesn't seem that way. I try to hold it together because I know that, there's a lot of people going through way worse or way more than I rather, and I'm not here to compare mental health issues. You never want to do that, but I'm just saying that I can't just stay down and let it beat me up, because there's other people who are also going through what they're going through, and they're pushing forward and trying to be positive and progressive, and I want to emulate that as well. So, I try to be an advocate for that. The keys to it is just your nutrition. Try to make sure you guys are trying to eat healthy, at least 2 meals a day. If just 1 meal a day, you know what I mean? Because you need to eat and then take a lot of and take in a lot of calories at a certain deficit, of course. I'm usually around a threshold of 1500 to 1800 in order to lose weight, in order to try to get lean and get your body and metabolism going. I recommend different supplements, of course. I'm no dietitian or I'm not a specialist in this field. You should definitely seek an advisor, but there's things like fish oil, biotin, calcium, multivitamins. You can take keratin if you're already working out, you know what I mean? The three times a week, maybe 2 times a week. Protein powders, pre-workout powders, alternate sources of energy drinks aside from the Red Bulls and the Monsters and things like that you may see even myself drink from time to time, that really focus on the vitamins and the natural, elements to it that help benefit you. Try to find good music, try to find high vibration, music, try to meditate, try to, seek your higher power, pray. I believe in God. I pray, and I thank Him for the situation I'm in, or thank that deity for the situation I'm in. I thank Him. I thank them, for my family, tell them to protect the friends, protect the family, protect me, put me through different trials. I know I got it. You walking with me and things like that, and then get into the nitty gritty of just everyday life, and just keep getting those small wins and keep telling yourself that you got this. I didn't mean for this to be some motivational speech or whatever, but I just feel like there is a bit of a heaviness getting into this summer, and I'm just trying to lighten that load. I know that things get really hectic as things get sunny. We just lost the hour and everything. People are a little groggy, a little slower right now, and I think now's a good time to just give everyone that pep, just that pep talk. You got this, That's all I really wanted to discuss with you guys this episode. Don't worry, I will be giving you guys some more in-depth conversations about a couple of things on my brain in the bonus content. But I just want to, give you guys the episode for right now. Not too much to report on. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Happy Easter, happy spring break. Looking forward to April Fools. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Sustv. Like, share, subscribe, and thank you.
Let's get it started, we making the movements, this the real deal, yeah. You missing out if you ain't joined the Sustv Ville, yeah. Seen the content game, what I came to kill, yeah. They see you only got one life, so let's make it a